she's so fine. Hell of her blows my mind. Hell of her lights my day.
What's good, guys? This video is going to be regarding Mikayla Miller. This story came out roughly an hour ago, so around 12:40 p.m. Eastern Time is when the story came out. It's coming via WCVB5 ABC. Police released documents, recordings from investigation into Mikayla Miller's death. Attorney Ben Crump to hold teleconference with family this afternoon. Hopkinton police on Wednesday released new documents and recordings related to the death of a 16-year-old girl just hours before the child's mother and a prominent civil rights attorney were scheduled to speak with reporters. Mikayla Miller's body was found around 7:04 a.m. on April the 18th. Her death sparked outrage, and the handling of the investigation drew criticism. The publication of the records by the police department follows Tuesday's ruling by the Massachusetts Office of the Medical Examiner, which declared Miller's manner of death was suicide and identified the cause as, quote, asphyxia by hanging, end quote. Attorney Ben Crump, however, scheduled a telephone news conference for Wednesday afternoon, today, in which he and others are expected to dispute the findings. They wrote in an email, quote, "There is no way that Mikayla could have killed herself," end quote. I'm going to repeat this again for those in the back that have trouble hearing. Quote, "There is no way that Mikayla could have killed herself," end quote. Hopkinton Police Chief Joseph Bennett said he ordered the release of records related to this case, quote, "in response to the significant public inquiry. We generally do not comment publicly on such cases. I do appreciate and understand the tremendous public interest in this investigation. We all want answers," the chief said in a statement in which he explained that the department consulted with attorneys and the DA before releasing records on Wednesday. The records include a recording of the 911 call, radio traffic recordings, written logs, and video from a police cruiser's dashboard camera. Bennett noted that some records related to an April 17 incident were not published because of rules imposed by the Domestic Violence Act of 2014. Previously, District Attorney Marian said Miller was involved in a physical altercation with two other teenagers, one male and one female, in a clubhouse at her apartment complex at some point between 5:17 p.m. and 6:41 p.m. on April the 17th. Now that's an hour and 24-minute span there. Ryan said the fight was reported to Hopkinton police, who took statements from Miller and the female teen who was involved. Miller's mother, Calvina Strothers, and activists have been calling for an independent investigation and have alleged a cover-up in the case. Strothers is expected to be part of the afternoon conference call. Crump, on behalf of Miller's mother, alleged that, quote, "police originally showed little interest in investigating Mikayla's death and threatened Strothers with exposing her daughter's sexuality publicly if she reported the matter to the media," end quote. Crump is expected to elaborate on the claims Wednesday afternoon. The police chief explained in a lengthy written statement that the call log entries released Wednesday were originally admitted from public records because of standard practice involving the death of a child. Quote, "I wish to state for the record that the officers and staff of the Hopkinton Police Department are professionals who responded to this tragedy with urgency and who are assisting in conducting a thorough and impartial investigation," end quote, Bennett said in his written statement. The DA said Tuesday, and Bennett reiterated Wednesday, that the investigation is ongoing. Quote, "We will continue to explore every investigative angle necessary as we do that work and intend to issue a complete and thorough report at the conclusion of the investigation," end quote, said Ryan. Now, I just want to make note, a thorough, complete and thorough report, as she says. In the case of Remy, she withheld 19 pages of exculpatory evidence in that case. And for those that are not aware of what exculpatory evidence is, that is evidence that is favorable to the one who is standing accused. So that in itself is enough to cast a shadow of doubt in every case that she touches from that point forward. Now, I'm going to play the video that comes along with this news article.
We are tracking breaking developments in the death of Hopkinton teenager Mikayla Miller, a case that has sparked outrage and frustration beyond that community. Hopkinton police just releasing several records related to the 16-year-old's death. They include dispatch recordings and this police dash camera video of units responding to the scene. In the dash cam video, first responders are also arriving at the scene and going into the woods where Miller's body was found. This as Miller's family will get some high-profile legal help today. The lawyer who represented George Floyd's family will hold a news conference this afternoon. Ben Crump will join Mikayla Miller's mother to discuss her death. That move comes one day after the medical examiner ruled the teen's death a suicide. Her mother and activists have been pressing for answers since her body was found in the woods about a mile from her home last month. Some have alleged a cover-up, pointing to an altercation Mikayla allegedly had with several other teens the night before her death. An advisory announcing the news conference says that Mikayla could not have killed herself and calls her death a potential murder. Meanwhile, the district attorney says this case is not closed, releasing a statement saying, quote, "We will continue to explore every investigative angle necessary and intend to issue a complete and thorough report at the conclusion of the investigation."
It's awful funny, the timing on that release of information, huh? I'm just saying, like, come on with the jokes. This is ridiculous. I'm going to end the story on that note, but I will be back later on to cover everything that I can find that happened today in regards to Ben Crump and all of the people that he is meeting with today. And so be expecting that video because that's definitely coming. And I'm about to also release another video regarding a situation coming out of Washington, D.C. I had to wait for the whole story to develop before I released my video. So it will be coming out as well. So I just wanted to update you guys, and we'll continue to do so. Hashtag justice for Mikayla. You guys have a great day.